All right, now that we have made our background paper with our blending tissue paper and we have organic shapes on it, now we are going to move from organic to geometric shapes. So here's my example again that I did first. You can see that all of these shapes have straight edges. They are all closed. When I did mine, I focused on triangles. I have some square shapes and then I would split them in half to make triangles. You don't have to use all triangles like I did. You are welcome to use a variety of squares and triangles or other polygons to make your geometric shapes. It's not hard to do. Here's how I did it. So I took a black marker, and when I started, I made some black dots on my paper at different points. And I'll tell you, as I went on with this, I added more black dots as I went to make the look of what I wanted. You want some that lay out to the edges so that you have different lengths and different sizes. So I just put random dots at this point. Then you're going to get a ruler and you are going to start playing connect the dot. So I'm going to take my ruler, and I like clear rulers because I can see through and see what I'm doing. I'm going to start here. I'm going to line my ruler up and hold it still. You can't just hold it in the middle. You really have to use two hands to hold it steady. And then you're going to start making lines. I usually have to go over the line twice to make it really nice. And then you connect the dots. This is a pretty cool process to do. Now you've got choices. There's no rules about which dots you have to connect, because every time you make a line and then you close it out, you're going to be making a different shape. In fact, I think right here, I'm going to do this. So you got to stop and look, see what you want to happen, and then I'm going to close it here. Now, if I wanted to, I could come back in and I could draw a line from here to here, from this dot to this dot. Sorry, can't grab my ruler. From this dot to this dot. And that would be perfectly okay to do. It would break this polygon up into two triangles. You don't have to. It's up to you. When you do it, you are going to end up with a really cool design. So I'm going to speed up the video here and make my lines, and then I will show you what we're going to do for emphasis. Okay, now that I have got my shapes done, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look and I'm going to see where can I place some emphasis. I have a variety of shapes. That's one of the principles of design. So I've got lots of triangles. I've got some quadrilaterals with 4 sides. Now I need to decide where I am going to make all of my emphasis. So when you make emphasis, what you're doing is you're making something stand out. In this piece, when I did these triangles colored in, I was emphasizing them. So I scattered them. I have a variety of shapes and directions that they went in. I tried to use colors that were similar to the area of the background of the organic shape. You don't have to. That was my choice. So then you're going to come into here and you are going to pick, let's see, I think I'll do green. And I'm going to do this one right here, green, for emphasis. Now, when you color, you're going to color carefully because these markers will bleed into the black. So you're going to be real careful when you come in here. I would suggest you outline the shape first, and then, you see how I'm laying down the side of my marker? That makes a really nice broad line. That one is now emphasized. This one right here would be a really cool one to emphasize. I think I'm going to do it with purple. So I'm going to lay down, I'm going to outline the shape first so I have what I'm working on. And then I'm going to use the broad tip of the marker, the side of the marker, to make my emphasis. So this is your job today, to make your dots. And if you get this far and you're like, oh man, I really wish I had another dot down here, make another one. It is your work. If you want one over here because you're like, man, I need something sticking out over here, do it. That's what you have the option to do today. After you get all of your shapes down, you're not necessarily done, because if you want to continue to change it, you can. When you do, one more thing, when you do the emphasis, not every one is going to be colored. Emphasis means that you're making something stand out, so you have to pick and choose which ones you really want to highlight. These are going to be awesome when you're done.